Yo guys, welcome to ShayanGaming. Today we're going to be going through Urgot, the new reworked version. Links to different parts of the video will be found in the description below, so please be sure to check that out if you want to skip to this particular section. So I just wanted to confirm with everyone that Fervor does indeed stack with your W. So if you look over here, there's currently no stacks of Fervor. If I auto attack because it's enemy champion, of course Fervor comes on. Now we press W, you can see the stacks just flying away. When you do press W, you do get slowed only when you're attacking something. So if I stand over here, my movement speed currently is 375. Press W, it's still 375. Only when I start shooting does it go down to 250. However, you can reactivate the ability after about 1.5 seconds to stop it. One thing to note about your W is when you're doing it, it does also auto lock on to pretty much anything. So it does lock onto that, and it also does lock onto that. So if you're escaping somewhere and you've got your W active, be careful because you might get rid of your only escape option. And when you press your W and you auto attack on something, well, if you right click on something like I'm doing there, it doesn't actually do a basic attack, you just move there. So if I show that again, I'm just clicking on this minion and it's still doing its lock onto the nearest target. It doesn't actually click or target that minion. So I just want to let you know that even while you're using your W, you can use all your other abilities. You can even ult as well. So right now we're going to do a test and see what deals more damage, as in which one has the higher DPS. Is it standing still and pressing W or just auto attacking? So we're going to do this for 5 seconds starting at now. So at 45 past we will stop. Okay, 457 is our DPS, and now we'll do the same thing. We will let the passive go off once, just like we did over there to make it fair. So starting at 55 now. So we'll stop at 36 minutes. And I think, yeah, so Wing does help increase your DPS. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to circle around with our W and then check the DPS of that against circling around and just auto attacking. So we'll be using all of our passive legs in both cases. So here we go. So that's one, well, okay, let's just let it cool down. 1034. And if we do the same thing now without W, oops, I missed, no! But anyways, you can see it was clearly a lot less. So always try and W in a team fight, of course. Now just some tips about playing with Urgot in the lane. If you're just trying to farm and you don't want to necessarily use all of your legs and waste them because you want to save it for a fight, just keep in the same direction. So we're just going to keep in this. So essentially stay in one direction, right? So we're facing that way. We're always going to be facing this way. So if I want to take this minion, well, that was a fail, but we'll just be doing this. We won't necessarily come all the way here and do that because that does shoot our passive off. And at the beginning, well, right now because we're level 6, is 25-second cooldown, which is still quite a long time. Now a nice way of escaping when you're taking a lot of damage, come on Tarek, this is the part when you attack me and show that we're taking a lot of damage. Tarek, don't run away from me please. So obviously you can press your E, but that takes some time to charge. So if we press E right now, you can see it takes quite some time, and during that time you might have a lot of damage taken to you. To avoid the possibility of basically getting wrecked during that period, you can just press your W. Now your W obviously does slow you because you'll be attacking things nearby. So right now we're being slowed, and that's not good because we're probably gonna die. But what you can do is press your W even though it slows you, then press your E to jump away. And why this is good is because the W gives you a shield so that you can take some damage while you're charging your E. And then once you've run away, if you don't think you're going to make it, you can shoot a Q to try and slow them down. But if you think your movement speed's fast enough, then obviously don't stop to shoot your Q because you're obviously stopping. Once we do our ult and we get the slow on them, you can see that there's a timer around them, and this is the time you have to essentially get them below the health threshold, which is 25%. And then once they're below that threshold, you can automatically just press R again and you execute them, or you wait till the end of the timer and it automatically executes them. So if we do that again, but this time we actually bring them to low health, as you can see there's an indicator on there, and if we ult them, which was a miss again, let's just refresh that. Okay, so if we do this now and we've locked Tom, if we just wait, it'll automatically drag him into us like that and we'll execute him. But of course you can do things differently. You can just press ultimate immediately so that they don't have time to get healed by, for example, a Soraka ult, and I highly recommend you just kill them as soon as possible. Now I'm not sure if this is confirmed, but from what I understand, if let's say we're laning against, now I know he's not necessarily an ADC, but let's say we're laning against a Kalista and a Braum, So what happens is, if we shoot our ultimate at Kalista, and then Braum jumps from there and goes to here. This is such an amazing animation. Apparently Braum's shield can block the execution, so when we're dragging them in, and Braum will actually get executed himself. But Kalista can use her ultimate and take Braum out of it. So hopefully these pings that are incredible, and now we're banned. But yeah, hopefully, if that is actually true, then that's a very interesting thing to use, because even though you probably won't see him on the bottom lane, you always could, especially in a normal, if someone wants to play around, or it could actually end up being OP, so who knows. Now if you're playing against Urgot, the only way to actually get out of his ultimate hook and his chain is by killing Urgot, but apparently you can actually cleanse this, in particular, this whole event. Now your passive's cooldown at the very beginning is actually 30 seconds, which is a very long time. However, the cooldown does decrease as you level up and as you buy CDR. So the cooldown of your legs is actually 6 seconds when you're on 30% CDR and maximum level, which is pretty damn quick. You have 6 legs, so there's 6 passive abilities you can shoot off in either direction. As you move around, your legs stay fixed, so you do actually have to move around your target physically to deal maximum damage, especially when you're using your W. There is a visual indicator, so obviously as you can see, the green means it's ready, and if you use it now, the light over here goes, and your light on your leg goes off as well. And now when it's red, it means around 2.5 seconds afterwards you'll get your ability back. So if you're in a fight and you've got a high amount of CDR, you're trying to wonder, when's it going to come back? You see that red light, you know you're ready soon. Now in the description of your E, it does say you cannot cross terrains, so make sure if you're in the middle of a fight, you don't suddenly panic and like, oh damn, I can't get away, what's going on, remake! So one of the combos I'm trying to master right now is essentially pressing your W to slow them, using 3 of your legs like this, and then flipping to the other side and using the remaining 3 of your legs to finish them off. So he's gonna die, so let's just do that. Let's just teleport and then press ultimate. And yeah, you can pretty much go anywhere once you've locked onto them, and either wait the 3 seconds or just press R ASAP. So now let's do a more realistic combo, let's say, which is just this one, just circling them. I call it around the world. Just going pretty much around them. Although you are calling them your world, which is kind of some flirting going on. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have fun with Urgot. He seems like a really fun champ. And be sure to thumbs up this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And see you guys next time. Adios. Oh, damn, that guy's good. Oops, I'm hacking.